I'm Brittany Davis, the founder and curator of Beyond the Lines Art Show. Today I have Rocky, an artist that was in our last show, to talk about her work. So Rocky, what does art mean to you?
Art to me is not only a form of expression, but also a form of communication. You know, you want to be able to use your expressiveness to communicate to your community maybe what's going on.
What made you want to become an artist?
I inherently always had that in me to be an artist. I was always very creative and expressive, and you know, as soon as I picked up a disposable camera, that was it from there, and I knew. Yeah.
What inspires you?
Life in general inspires me. I'm inspired by all the little everyday things and the people that are around me. Just literally almost everything around me inspires me.
Did you go to school for art?
I did go to New York Film Academy. I got a scholarship to go out there and learn photography from incredible professionals, but mostly my school was the streets of Los Angeles. I learned by the shadows and by the alleys and by the occurrences that would happen on the street. Like, you have to be able to maneuver and pick up, you know, all those random things that happen. That was really my school, was the street.
Do you feel like art school helped you with photography?
I think it helped me with conceptualization and with technicality, like the technical of the camera and like how to conceptualize a story that you want to tell. But I think until you get in there, you don't really know like what you have coming at you.
How old were you when you started taking photos?
I was probably like 10 years old when I picked up my first disposable camera, and then the obsessiveness of just seeing what they looked like led me to pick up film photography. And then in college I took some film classes, and from there sought out the digital because it was, you know, I could take more and it was way less expensive. But I've always had a knack for wanting to capture a moment or to capture, you know, the little things that are happening in my daily life.
Where do you want to see your artist career going?
I want to just inspire people in whatever way, shape that takes or form that takes. I just want to be able to inspire the largest amount of people that I can. So if it's through galleries or through working with people like National Geographic or LA Times or, you know, CNN, whatever I can do to get and reach the masses to inspire.
How do you sell your work?
Mostly through galleries, but also putting together photo books, which is what I'm doing now because I have a lot of conceptual projects going on, so I feel like seeing it all together is really nice, and I think something tangible for someone to hold, and it places people in the moment, and I really like that aspect of it, so I think people do tend to lean towards wanting that. But I do like the gallery shows. I love being able to, I put on my own galleries. My first 3 galleries were self-curated, so I was like, I'm gonna sell.
What is a photo book exactly?
To me, a photo book, it really depends on what kind of photos you're showing. So for me, a photo book is my project all together in one place. So like my pictures of Los Angeles, one picture is really cool, but also seeing 50 photos all in that same kind of like fantastical side that I like to shoot in. It's a very fantasy driven, like La La Land side. I think that it creates more of an experience to see so many aspects of Los Angeles versus like the one photo, which is also cool, but I think you can be blown away by seeing the whole story.
Very cool. What social media platform do you feel helps you out the most?
Definitely Instagram. Yeah. Absolutely, because it's all visual, and it's instantaneous. I mean, like when it first started out, it was that like, you know, you would do one a day, like it was an instant photo of what you were doing, where you were going, and being all my photography is of exploration. It was so cool to be able to like instantly show somebody where I was or what I had just climbed or what I had just experienced or seen. So that was the thrill of Instagram for me, and now it's almost like an online portfolio. Now it's like your own personal online gallery.
Is there an artist that's a role model for you?
I would have to say Henry Cartier-Bresson, which is an incredible photographer, film, New York based, but I think learning about the history of photography allowed me to appreciate photography now and to kind of apply some of those same techniques into a more, I guess, modern version. I think it's important to always understand and appreciate where your art came from.
Have you had good experiences selling your work online?
Online, yes. Mostly though, I feel like in person has been the biggest, the most success for me, just because when someone experiences something or feels something in the moment, they tend to want to have that or take a piece of that home. And I think that that's why galleries are so important and do help a lot of artists sell their work.
How do you price your work?
I price it, so once you get the hard costs out of the way, like what it took for me to print that photo out and to bring it there and all of that, I price it for my audience, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, you know, have a $4,000 or $5,000 photo, because if someone can't buy that, like I want my photos in people's homes or in their office or wherever they want to put it. Like,
what are some good and bad experiences you've had showing your work?
I've had mostly good experiences showing my work. I think Los Angeles and Angelinos in general are so welcoming of art and just anything that has to do with representing Los Angeles. I think we've been wanting and craving LA to be seen in such a good light that, you know, for me coming in as a photographer showing LA in that beautiful fantasy light, people are like, yes, you know. So I haven't had any bad experiences as far as galleries go. I mean, creating my own 3 galleries for the first time, there was all sorts of mishaps and like just things that were ridiculous, but that comes with learning and part of the whole process. My biggest advice is to, no matter what, believe in yourself and in your art, and even if, you know, you think that it may not be cool or like fit in or whatever, if you love it and you feel something creating it, put it out there, no matter what.
Have you ever had a vending table at an art show?
I have, at the Jubilee Art Festival in the Arts District.
What was that like?
It was really cool. I liked to create an experience for people, so like I created telephone poles with wires and put little fake crows and then hung my photos from that. And I just felt like giving people I mean, people are there in person to create to have an experience, right? So giving them one was pretty fun. It was very fun to engage with people and to kind of get a first-hand look at what people thought about your work, you know, because I mean, I create for myself, but I also create for my community, and so hearing what they have to say is really important to me too.
What is your favorite kind of art to view at a gallery?
I love seeing paintings, actually. I love photography, but painting to me absolutely fascinates me, just because you're creating just from a white blank canvas, like this image that you have in your head, and it's just so incredibly beautiful, like what painters can do, and like just with colors and strokes, and like every stroke creates this like entire dimensional photo or just like representation of a photo that's in your brain, and it's just so cool.
Are you working on any projects right now?
I am. I'm working on a project called Spray for Peace, which follows around the journeys of 10 graffiti artists and how all their journeys led to the same walls in Los Angeles. It's mostly to help this next generation of street artists respect the art and culture of graffiti, but also appreciate what it took to get to this point, the whole culture.
Awesome. So if you want to check out some of Rocky's work, click on the link below, and if you like this video, thumbs up and subscribe.
Just pop, 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 pop. You little mother, 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 mother. Just pop, 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 pop. You little mother, 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 mother. I wanna do this tonight.